The Heels in all white with their Carolina blue helmets. NC State with the red jerseys and white helmets will be on offense first as Reese Verhoff. Smothers gets the carry. Crashes through that defensive front. CJ Mims on the tackle, but Smothers picks up 5.
Force CJ Bailey to beat him with his right arm because Smothers has been so effective in ACC play this year.
Bailey to throw, moves the pocket. Has a receiver wide open near midfield. Grimes makes the catch.
Simpson's very productive for him.
2nd down and 11. They'll move Hollywood out. Design quarterback draw. Bailey into North Carolina territory. 30 sacks on the year for this North Carolina defense. They're bringing 4. So Bailey had time, and he was able to find his receiver. That was Hollywood out of the backfield, but he's going to be short of the first down by a couple. As well, the blocking tied in inside of 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to get it. That's why they bring in Will Wilson. Again, play clock inside of 5. Bailey to throw. Scott stays in for protection. Bailey's got some room to run if he wants to use it, and he does. And he picks up the first down. Now 2nd down and 10 for Bailey. He'll throw again. Pressure up the middle. Good screen. Grimes. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Thing to combat that, as you're seeing linebackers knife towards the middle, is a screen behind it. Excellent job by the offensive line getting out ahead of them. Seeing the speed right there
this year, so right in the middle of a game, he took the time to do that. That's pretty cool. And as NC State Wolfpack up early 7-0 as Will Hardy takes his kick out beyond the 20.
Man in that corner spot.
Goss is in the backfield with Lopez. He'll stay in the block. Receiver comes out of the break, makes the catch near the first down marker.
Tackles inside the box against Smothers and Dixon out wide, one-on-one with receivers.
Bailey keeping it. Got blockers on the edge for him. Stays on his feet, and the flag comes out. Bailey looks to the sideline, changing the play. Under 5 on the play clock. Bailey looking to go deep. Again, he's got room to run, and he's got one man to beat, and it could be a big play. Down inside the 40.
With the trickery in the backfield, Bailey is just athletic and breaks the pocket.
Smothers fights for what he can. 4 yards on first down.
Big moment here for North Carolina.
And so far, it's the Wolfpack getting the advantage. Bailey underneath. And that's his receiver Jolie, and he's near the first down marker. He's going to get it. The safety Greg Smith in coverage. Tight end.
He's got a lot of weapons out there.
Smothers dancing to the outside, breaks a tackle, spins free inside the 25.
You know, can shed defenders easily.
Duke Johnson's a bigger back. He's in the game now, takes the ball. Powers forward. You hear the Dukes from the crowd. Tyler Thompson making the stop 4 yards downfield. It'll bring up
pitch. Haven't thrown a lot though, but you get the sense it's only a matter of time.
Wilson outside picks up the first down. Scott on the carry. Patiently looks for a hole, finds one, and drags defenders, including Isaiah Johnson, for a couple of extra yards.
Wilson.
Bailey rolling the pocket to the flat, hits Smothers, and he's hit immediately.
Unless you have some trickery pass you can get to.
Nah, they're running it into the end zone. Season for the home folks here at Carter Finley. Wilson finishes it off. 2 drives, 2 score. Nick Kodachinsky on the kickoff. Going to be an opportunity for North Carolina. Ben Hall, the big tailback, breaks free. Flag down behind the play as Hall takes it all the way into NC State territory. They've run 23 plays against just 3 for North Carolina, and this is a Heel's second offensive possession after a 3-and-out to start. DeMonjune looking for running room. Finds a little bit of space, falls forward for the gain of 4 yards on first down. The fake to June. Lopez looking to throw. Finds Shipp. And he's able to pick up close to the first down. He gets it. They'll mark him out at the 31. Let's see if the Heels can take advantage. Lopez again to pass. Pressure up the middle. He avoids it initially. Has a receiver inside the 40. Making the catch that time is Shamar Easter. Shamar Easter's a tight end, even though he looks... And North Carolina, though, on the move for the first time inside Wolfpack territory, but facing a 2nd and long. Lopez to throw. He can run, too, if he chooses to do so. Now he does. Crowd getting into it. Lopez having to bark out the play changes. Now he'll throw. Pocket collapsing. Finds a receiver. That's Shipp. Picks up the first down. Flag comes out just at the very end of the play. Lopez to throw. Hall stays in the block. Now he goes out in the pattern, but Lopez is going to the end zone. Touchdown Heels. Shipp on the receiving end, and his go-to guy gets into the corner, and Lopez finds him. 20 yards for the score.
This is an excellent job by both guys sticking with the play. Gio Lopez sticking with it. Momentum your offense just gave you.
Bailey now to throw quickly to the outside. That's Rogers. He's going to be escorted out of bounds after a pickup of 6.
A lot of playmakers on the NC State side of things you got to manage, and C.J. Bailey's legs.
Bailey still looking, still looking. Jolie can't get to the marker, though. He's going to be dropped about a yard shy.
Came back uncovered. Just didn't get there in the progression, and the Tar Heels get off the field.
Fake! And they got it.
News in the National Football League was those special teams type moments.
Can Bailey and company take advantage of it? Breaks free to midfield and into North Carolina territory, all the way down to the 45 before Jaden Patterson tracks him down. Another 21 yards. Bailey has put up all kinds of numbers with his legs tonight.
Getty breaks contain. It's chalk it on CJ. Force him to stick in there and make throws to beat you.
Hollywood on the hip of his lead blocker. Close to another first down. Simpson on the tackle.
Well, then maybe their days wearing this jersey are numbered.
Bailey pulls it out. Hits a receiver over the middle. That's Rogers inside the 15. Deuce got a little bit of a bigger back in the game now for the Wolfpack. Bailey to throw, though. Quickly out to Grimes again, trying to get to the end zone. He won't get there. Another big tight end on that side. This time Wilson makes no mistake. And they convert another red zone opportunity. Perfect. 3 for 3. Wilson finishes it off.
Yeah, first drive they went 3 and out. Then they responded with a nice answer in the touchdown drive. Last drive unlocked something in the pass game, I felt like.
Hall.
Who that guy's going to be, it's going to be the bell cow for the offense.
Now they split Hall out. He's on the receiving end here, but nowhere to go. NC State's defense. NC State bringing just 3, so they drop back in coverage. So Lopez has time. Now he rolls out, has a receiver open. Shipp makes the catch in the first down. A big conversion by the Tar Heels.
These two guys have a nice offensive tackles for North Carolina that have been suspect at times this year versus very good rushers edgewise for NC State.
Finally, the pocket collapses around Lopez, and it's Brandon Cleveland. Shipp, midfield, still on his feet, another first down.
Allowed that penalty to happen.
NC State's coming again. This time Lopez nowhere to go. Caden Fordham, one of the top tacklers in the country, picks up a TFL and another sack. That's the second one on this drive for this NC State defense. They don't pick up a whole lot of sacks.
Has rebounded in a big way this 2025 campaign.
Now Lopez has time, has a receiver. Down near the 30 is Cape Paysour. He's kicked a 57-yarder this year, and Verhoff has all kinds of distance on it, and he's good from 49. It's a tough task. Let's see what C.J. Bailey can do here. He's been unstoppable all game long so far. Hollywood still on his feet. That's a tough run. He's had 2 beautiful 4-yard runs. Timeouts on the board for the Wolfpack. Bailey looking to throw. Trying to get it to Jolie, and does near midfield.
Big win.
Scott gonna have to lower his shoulder. Drives out of bounds. That's been so effective all game and all year, really. Wilson to run it. Again, he gets behind that big offensive line. This time it was Anthony Carter, that left guard, pulling into the hole, and it's a first down.
On with the past few attempts.
Pressure. Bailey has room to run. Ducks near the 30. That's right where he needed to get for the first down. Jackson, who played a snap at left tackle earlier in the game, is now at right guard. Bailey, pressure up the middle, gets rid of it. Great catch near the goal line. Touch, no, they spot him down right at the 1. Terrell Anderson, 29 yards. What a catch.
Takes a hit from a blitzing linebacker that goes untouched. Rib cage exposed. He's trusting his playmaker on the outside to make a play. Just throw it up. Allow him to adjust the football. C.J. Bailey got up slow. Excellent job by Bailey, knowing that that defensive back's going to have a hard time making a play on that ball. Give it enough air for your receiver to adjust to it.
Anderson's helmet hits the pylon, but the ball was out of bounds inside the 1. Available for Dave Dorn and offensive coordinator Kurt Roper. Jolie in motion. Looking for him in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Before this time, you're putting Jolie in motion. Man-to-man coverage. It's a race to the front pylon. Accurate throw by C.J. Bailey. Getting your tight end involved. What a huge drive that is for NC State, too. 2-minute mode. To get down there, not only get points, but get a touchdown. 4 drives in this game, 4 touchdowns, exactly what.
For win number 5 on the year, but it's going to be an uphill task here in the second half. Lopez to throw on first down. As a receiver over the middle, that's Shipp.
It's really only been Shipp so far today.
Lopez trying to get it to Shipp. And he made the catch. That is a tough catch. Lopez under center. Pitch to Goss. Will he throw it back? He will. Lopez, this is a tough catch. He makes it. He can throw it. Now when he falls down, he loses his footing. Looking for the double pass.
But that's one. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was a yellow flag on the field there.
Again, is he going to fake it? No, he does punt it after running a good bit. Anderson. Good coverage by the heels.
For if you're Dave Dorn.
And all either 11 or 12 plays long, trying to get Smothers going here in the second half. He picks up 4.5. Bailey looking to throw. Pressure comes. Nowhere to go. He's absolutely smothered. The heels brought the house, Kamori house, along with Robinson and Abujide, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, nice little twist game right there, getting Abujide
to force, obviously, a very rare 3-and-out in this game for NC State. Hollywood just gets hammered. Newcastle, but it's the first time he's going to punt. Maybe. He will. Hardy's going to give it a shot. And he's tackled at the 28. Now flags come in late. This is getting a little chippy here to start this second half. As it's Tar Heel pleading his case with the official on the far side, which is where the flag was dropped. That was Marcus Allen speaking to the officials.
after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Receiving team, number 21, his first of the game.
Loss to start the tiebreaker scenario.
Gio's going to throw again on second down. Pocket collapses. He goes down.
And
that was a 315-pounder, Brandon Cleveland, who landed on him. So Max Johnson is in. And he completes his first pass. Gauze out of the backfield. The man for the rest of the way here for the Heels. Picks up the low snap. He's in all kinds of trouble, but he has his tailback out of the backfield. Fumble! And NC State has recovered. A move common to the game of football.
Yep. It's very much, you got to secure it.
He does. And then I feel like when he sees Fordham coming toward,
getting the ball to his hands quickly, it can't necessarily come from his legs like it would with Lopez.
And that's Goss's running back. NC State brings 5. Look at his legs here. Johnson's going to pick up the first down and a whole lot more before he slides home.
Max Johnson's making me eat my words, but I think that's exactly what NC State thought too, is, hey, we can come out. Max Johnson does a nice job stepping up in the pocket and taking advantage of the space.
Johnson looking to throw it here. Now he'll run again. Cuts it back outside like a tailback. Lowers his shoulder into a defender.
Back-to-back runs, trying to send a message. This is his last college football game. He's got...
Looking to throw. Finds his man out of the backfield, down to the 40. Shenard Clower, the true freshman, is in the game as well. Running for his life, Johnson. Tried to pump fake, again lowers his shoulder and gets what he can. That's going to be about 3 or 4. Now we have all kinds of activity and flags flying. Makes the move back outside. Devon Marshall forces him out, but it'll be another first down.
Excellent job by Max Johnson, hitting his check down on time. Her injury last year, NC State heating things up on him.
Furhoff from 29. Just gets it inside that upright. Third down. Bailey rolls the pocket. Throws a strike. That was Teddy Hoffman, the true freshman. Through the first 13 minutes of this third quarter, now waking up. Duke Scott again inside the 35, so Scott has been the primary ball carrier on this drive. First down, the Wolfpack will scrimmage from the 24. Hollywood, nowhere to go. Can't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1. Bailey's going to throw. Play action. Beautiful. Zip that pass right in there. Grimes makes her back. Blocker in front of him. Wilson inside the 5. Still pushing the pile. Still moving it forward and into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. Flags are down on the far side of the field. What an effort by Will Wilson.
College career, he'd love nothing more than to go out with some productive drives here to end the game.
Complete the Shipp. Shipp gets outside. And 1 in white pushed out by 1 in red. Fordham.
The Ohio State receiver, good luck.
That's why Chaminade Madonna, outside of Fort Lauderdale, down in South Florida, was such a powerhouse in Florida high school football.
Keep you honest.
Wolfpack bring 4. So Johnson had time, and he has a receiver. That's his brother Jake. So a reprieve, but now it's 3rd and 10. Blitz picked up initially. Johnson's going to have to let it go, and he can't. He gets sacked. Flag down behind. Trey Thomas brought him down. Thomas showing his athleticism and speed to track down Johnson. Let's check the marker. Smothers. And he has had a hard time finding running room today. Mims. Quickly outside. Anderson trying to cut it back in. Bailey to throw. Again, quickly gets it out to Grimes. Can he shake a tackler? Cannot. Nice job by Dixon, limiting the damage. Bailey to throw. North Carolina brings pressure, gets it out. Close to the first down. I think he's going to be a little bit shy on the day on the ground. Staying with him. Easily picks up that first down. Out to Hoffman. That's a backward pass. He wants to run it. Now he's in all kinds of trouble. Man, just tuck that ball away.
Pass. And when you're throwing it to the away sideline, they can just yell double pass.
Down inside the 20, not quite a first down. If you're really good at that, you bounce it. Now, back in the days of the AstroTurf, you could bounce the backward pass. It would skip right up into the hands of the receiver or the would-be passer.
When I was in high school, we did 2 bounce passes.
You were. Exactly. You could bounce that thing right and get the perfect spin right back into the arms of the would-be passer. Another short yardage pickup and conversion on third down.
The key on that, though, Chris, is quarterback
running the football all night long, including this guy right here. You know what's coming. Wilson, number 4 on the night. North Carolina starting this drive with Ben Hall, the big back. Fired up about 8 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Hampton last year, now with the Chargers. Different look for the Tar Heels this year.
Hall. Hard to bring down.
So much was made of all the new faces they had this year. I'd imagine a lot of turnover again in year 2 as they try to get this thing right.
Newkirk, good pass. Pacor on the catch.
It's to prepare for the transfer portal. I think the month of December is more important than the next 7 months to follow, just because what you do in these 4 weeks from a roster building standpoint set up your entire season in 2026.
Newkirk pulls it down. It's Pacor again, trying to get outside with a stiff arm, and does. Picks up a first down.
Pacor was one of those guys that was a carryover from Mac Brown's staff ball last year with this program, so that'd be vital for him.
Staying with Hall. Hall up the middle. Showing some quick. Newkirk with an empty backfield. Design quarterback draw. Got a great block in front of him inside the 5. First and goal for the Heels.
Leapfrogged by one of the non-Power 4 conferences.
Newkirk into the end zone. It's a wide open receiver for the score. Jordan Owens. Newkirk. He and Shipp just weren't quite on the same page.
The answer for Tony Elliott in Virginia is obviously yes. But now in college football with so much turnover and you can flip your roster in one off season, you know, a team that can go 4-8 can go 8-4 just like that.
Down the stretch here.
It could have got ugly with the injuries they had, and you're thin on offensive line. That could have taken a downward spiral.